When you put money into a savings account in a bank or building society, the bank will pay you interest. Similarly, when you borrow money from a bank or building society, you will have to pay them a certain amount of interest as well as paying back the money you borrowed. Now, there are two types of interest that we use in mathematics. There's simple interest and there's compound interest. Let's look at simple interest first. For example, if a certain person invests £500 into a bank account at an interest rate of 4% per annum, that's per calendar year, we can work out how much interest they'll be paid each year. 4% of £500 is £20. And that's what simple interest is. This person will get £20 each year. Let's look at compound interest. With compound interest, interest is earned or paid on an original sum of money, let's say £500. Then we get interest on the interest. Well, let's say that the same person, instead of doing simple interest, invests their £500 into their bank account at 4% per annum, and this time they get compound interest. And let's find out how much money they have after 3 years. Well, they have £500 at the beginning. We work out 4% of 500 and add it on. So 500 plus 20 equals £520 at the end of year 1. Now for year 2, we need to work out 4% of 520 and then add that on. Our year 2 amount to work out our amount after year 3, we have to work out 4% of £540.80 and add it on. At the end of 3 years of investment at compound interest, we have £562.43. That's £2.43 more than if we had simple interest for 3 years. There must be a quicker way, a more efficient way to work this out. What if I wanted to leave my money in there for 10 years? Let's use a calculator to work this out. Let's consider the person's earnings, £500, that they put into their bank account at an interest of 4% per annum. If we take the original amount they put in and multiply it by 1, the amount stays the same. It will be £500. Now we want to increase it by 4%. So if I write that as a decimal, my increase is 1.04 because 4% as a decimal is 0.4. So I'm increasing this amount. Now, if I multiply this again by 1.04, that'll be my answer after 2 years. And if I do it 3 times, that'll be my answer after 3 years. Let me show you on the calculator. £562.43. Remember, we only use 2 decimal places for currency. Now, instead of writing 1.04 out 3 times, I can use a power of 3. And I type this in the calculator. And it will give me the answer straight away. So here we have the amount. Here we have the percentage increase as a decimal. And here we have the number of payments or the number of years. I've just purchased a brand new car. This is obviously a scaled down model and it's worth £30,000. Sadly, the car will lose value each year that I have it. We call this depreciation. The car depreciates in value by 12% each year. How much will the car be worth after 5 years? Well, we can use the same method that we use for compound interest to work this out. Let's take our original amount, 30,000, and if we multiplied it by 1, we'd get the same answer. But this time it's losing value. So we're going to take away 0.12, which is the percentage represented as a decimal. And to find out how much the car is worth after 5 years, I want to use this multiplier 5 times. Let's put this into the calculator to get our answer. £15,831.96. It's lost a lot of value, but to me, this car is priceless.